Please read the disclaimer. Hello, beautiful people. Shalom, money makers. We are on the precipice of the government shutdown ending, right? And the market is reacting poorly right now. We'll talk about why is it selling off a little bit, what the reason is. It's actually not what you think, right? Plus, Secretary Besson had something to say about tariffs. We'll talk about that also. And the SEC is going on to the next step for crypto. You'll understand real soon. All I ask from you is that you give me a beautiful smile to send out those good vibes. Smishity smash that like button and let's get into it. So, currently XRP is sitting at $2.33, down minus 2.45% on the day. What happened here? Why are we down after we went all the way up to 58 just a few days ago and everybody was jumping for joy. And I said, shwaya, shwaya, slowly, let's see how this plays out. Let's see what happens in the market over the next few days. Interestingly, there was a little bit of manipulation here because, well, we don't know, but we saw that the crypto market started selling off exactly as the stock market opened. So this means to me that someone big started selling through the Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs, and that caused selling pressure on the crypto market, which created a continuation sell-off across the crypto market. Okay, and so that happened. You can see it started selling off right at 4:30. Right, the sell signal, the sell signal here is right at 4:30 my time, which is 9:30 Eastern time. Okay, so look at that. Look at that. Just ugly action there. Almost 5% in 2 hours after that. And if you go and you look at the S&P 500, it was also pulling back. So that means, right, but it wasn't pulling back, the same velocity, 0.6%. Whereas Bitcoin, you could say, which is the stablest, right, of the cryptos, right, because it's the Mac Daddy, it's the biggest, was down 3.5%. So a lot more liquidations and sell-off on the crypto market relevant to the stock market, right? And if we go last 12 hours, you can see big liquidations, over almost 100 million each on Bitcoin and Ethereum. Popcat, I haven't heard that in a while. 61 million, wow, on the long. Interesting. But you can see mostly red here. Now, again, I don't know what is going to happen day to day on the market. It could be big news. It could be something that is happening. So not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence before you decide to invest. Very, very important. These are just my opinions, what I am seeing in the market, what I am doing, what I am thinking, how news is affecting the crypto market. Okay. Very, very important. Now, you can take advantage of ups and downs like this. If you see news and you say, oh, this was probably going to make it go this way, and this is going to make it go that way. If you are interested, our new partner, BYDFI, will give you the opportunity to sign up. You sign up here and you get bonuses once you transfer deposit money, right, or crypto. You get these bonuses. Anyone that is in the whale trader will also get access to our special Telegram group. Reminding you that the regular Telegram group is free. It's open to everybody. This is just going to be a special Telegram group with me and a representative from BYDFI that will answer all your questions, any problems you have, anything like that. They are a partner of the channel. They sponsor Newcastle in the Premier League. Please trade responsibly. Again, I will get a commission if you use my link. Another thing that could be causing the sell-off, right? By the way, the link is here on my website, and you can get BYDFI. Okay. Another reason why the market might be selling off here is because of this news. Now, this is not really new news. We hear about this once in a while, and market kind of sells off of that. So that it could have been that this caused a little bit of sell-off, but because the stock market was pulling back exactly the same time. But IBM unveils its most advanced quantum chip that could affect crypto security. IBM Quantum Nighthawk runs 5,002 qubit gates now and targets 15,000 by 2028. Expert notes, however, that cracking RSA 2048 crypto encryption will require nearly a million qubits. So they're still far away from getting even close to disrupting the RSA encryption. Okay, so whenever this kind of comes out that there's a new quantum computer, there's a new quantum chip, the crypto market kind of freaks out a little bit. Articles come out, they create fear, but there's solutions for this, right? There's solutions, there's way to encrypt the encryption, right? And to make it even more stronger. So this is a fear, but I feel that the crypto market is smart enough to find a way to get around this, okay? But it creates short-term fear, okay? So that's important to remember. And the Secretary of Treasury, Scott Bessent, says substantial tariff news is coming in the next few days. Interesting. What will it be? Again, the market is still waiting to see what will happen with the tariffs, with the Supreme Court, what's going to happen with the stimulus that the president promised. Will it happen? Won't it happen? Depending on what the Supreme Court does. So that's a lot of things that are up in the air. And of course, we have the shutdown vote that is happening at 7 p.m. Eastern time. It's a little bit late for me, so I'm actually recording this a little bit earlier tonight because I want to go to sleep. And for some reason, the mid video, right, recently. So I'm just recording this earlier and we'll release it a little bit later. So again, if the vote already happened and you know how the market reacted to it, you can write in the comment section, hey, they already voted and the market is reacting this way or that way. Okay. Also, just a reminder that I will never contact you on social media asking you to sign up to anything or to send me, stuff. Those are imposters. Please be very careful. Okay. The only things are the things that we talk about in the videos. That's it, right? There's imposters on Twitter, on Instagram, on Facebook, on Telegram as well, right? So the only Twitter and Telegram groups are the ones that are here in the description and in the pinned comment. If I'm up and I pin it, right? If I'm sleeping and I put it on a schedule, then there's not going to be a pinned comment. But be very careful out there. There's a lot of shenanigans that are going on right now, especially because the market isn't doing great. People are getting a little bit restless. And then when you're restless and you're feeling, a little bit anxiety, people make mistakes and they click on links that they shouldn't click on. And, it's happened to me too. When I was really tired, when one of my sons was a baby, I was really tired in the middle of the night. It was like 4 a.m. And I was on my phone, I was holding him on my phone and I clicked on something I should have. And then I factor reset in my phone and right. So it happens to all of us and we need to be careful. Okay. Something interesting from the SEC, new today at Philadelphia Fed FinTech Conference, SEC Paul Atkins, chairman, announced the next step in Project Crypto that includes establishing a framework or token taxonomy to categorize digital assets under U.S. security laws. Here's what you need to know from the chairman's speech. Atkins acknowledged that the majority of crypto tokens currently trading are not securities and that investment contracts doesn't persist solely because the underlying asset trades on chain. He explained that the commission approach to how security laws apply to crypto is anchored in the Howey test, but applied more flexibility and guided by two key principles. Principle one, a stock is still a stock, a bond is still a bond, even if tokenized. Assets don't change their legality, identity just because they're on chain. Principle number two, economic reality trumps labels. Calling something a token or NFT doesn't exempt it from security laws if it represents profit dependent on managerial effort, and the proceeded token taxonomy currently being worked on by the crypto task force is as follows. Network tokens, digital commodities, not a security. Digital collectibles, NFT game assets, art, not securities. Digital tools, tickets, memberships, credentials, not securities. And tokenized securities, tokenized stocks and bonds, are securities. The Howey test and investment contracts, and now they apply to digital assets. Tokens may start as part of an investment contract, but once promised and or network decentralized, they may stop being securities. Secondary trading after that point may not be a security transaction. Okay, and it goes on here about a little bit more about the the technicalities, right? Eleanor says here, in short, a token is no more security because it was once part of an investment contract transaction than a golf course because it used to be part of a citrus grove investment. Okay. Uh, so basically, they give us clarity, meaning what we already knew that XRP is not a security. But this, again, this is a totally 180 from the previous SEC under Gary Gensler, that there was uncertainty and there was all these court cases and there was millions and millions of dollars spent on lawyers and that could have been spent on innovation. And now they're just giving us clarity. And so again, this is a new day. I've said it before, a new day with this US government, a new day with this SEC, and we keep seeing these things develop. We'll get more clarification. We'll get the Clarity Act and in Congress, and so it will be very, very beneficial and good for the crypto market going forward. Again, if you have clear guidelines, then big money and big investors, they feel more confident because they know the rules, they know what to do, and and where are the problems. If something is still new and they don't know, and they're going to stay away from it, right? That's just how big old money works, okay? So that's very, very important to remember. Again, not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence before you decide to invest. Very, very important. This video was for educational purposes and entertainment purposes. Hopefully you were entertained. Don't forget to check out the links in the description down below. Again, some of those are affiliate links, so I will get a commission. Thank you for that. And you can always drop a comment, 8 for infinity and beyond, or easiest is just to smash that like button. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next time.